Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to solve Northern Province Grade 9 mock exam for 2023, and this is the exam that the Grade 9s from Northern Province wrote. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go through the instructions. I'll just jump straight to the questions. Okay, so before I start my video, or before I start solving the questions, I want you people to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, so that you don't miss any video. We are dedicated to do revisions, more especially for grade 9. We are trying to do all the papers immediately the GCE, or sorry, external results comes for grade 9 comes out. We're going to do also the external paper as soon as possible. So stick around for you to not miss any video. Okay, and we are also doing for grade 12. So just subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can help you with revision. Okay, we have the presence on TikTok as well. We are there on TikTok, so just check on the links in the description. We have put the link for TikTok, and there is also a link for Facebook. So please, you can also follow us on those platforms as well. Okay, with that said, let's go to the first question. Okay, so we come to section A, and the first question is evaluate -3 minus -3. Okay, so what we're going to do now here is we're going to write -3 minus -3, we cross bracket. Remember, this is the bracket we have crossed. So for us to do this, I'm going to rewrite -3, the first one, until I evaluate negative and -3. So here we can multiply negative by -3, and if you're confused, you can also put 1 here. We say -1 times -3, which will give us +3. Okay, and once we've done that, then we can use the rules of integers. We check whether there is a bigger number between the two, which we have found that they are all the same. Now remember, when we are checking whether there is a bigger number between these two, we don't consider the signs, the negative sign and the positive sign. We just say which number is big between 3 and 3. They are equal. None of these two is bigger than the other, so they are equal. So there is no way we can pick the sign. Since they are equal, then we say 3 minus 3 will give us 0. So the answer will be 0. And the correct answer is C. Okay, we go to question number 2. Question number 2 is as follows. What I can encourage you to do is every time we go to the next question, try to pause the video and try to solve on your own. Try to solve on your own. At least you try to solve on your own. We see what you get, and you compare with what I'm going to get. So the question number 2 is, which of the following is rational number? So rational number is a number that can be expressed as a fraction or ratio, and its denominator, when it's expressed as a fraction, is not 0. Okay, so in case we are given this question, what we can do is we can try to find a perfect square. Okay, so as you can see, we have got D, which has the pi as an answer. So this one can even be removed in advance. Okay, this one is not a number, this is a symbol. So we get rid of the pi. Then we come here and look at 25, 37, and 2. Okay, when you look at these three numbers, you see that the square root of 2 is a decimal number with a lot of decimal places. Same applies with 37. So the trick you can use to find this answer is you write the the perfect square and their square root. So the square root, the perfect square of 1 is 1. 2 is 4. Okay. 3 is 9. 4 is 16. Now, I'm not saying this is the only way you can find the correct answer. You can check on our playlist. We have got different ways. We have solved these similar questions using different methods. So try to check on our videos and you see different ways you can find, and you can choose the best. Okay. Then we have 5, which has the perfect square, which is 25. We have 6, which has the perfect square, 36, and we have 7, which has the perfect square, 49. Okay, so these are the perfect square. Now, when we check on these numbers we have gotten, which one is found here? We will find that 25 is the only number which is found here. We look at 37 and this is 36, and we have 49. So 37 and 2 are not here. So this is the one which is here. Okay, so once we have found this one, then we can even take this one as an answer. Okay, why? Because its square root is a whole number. Okay, its square root is a whole number, so this one would definitely be the rational number. Okay, so what you can do is this method, you can also use it when they have asked you to find the irrational number. So what happens here, the answers that you will be given when you are looking for a irrational number, when you use the perfect square, the answers, the 3 answers will be found here. Okay, whatever is not going to be found here, that will be the answer. Now, since we are finding rational numbers, whatever is found here is the answer. Okay, among the options, whatever will be found here is the answer. But when you are looking for irrational number, whatever will not be found here is the answer. Okay, I hope you have understood. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Let's go to question number 3. Okay, so question number 3, we have got the question is, find the value of 3 squared plus 2 cubic. So we're going to write 3 squared plus 2 raised to the power of 3 or cubic. So then we're going to say equal to, then we expand that, we're going to open bracket and just write 3 times 3. This is the easiest you can do so that you don't confuse yourself with that, but I can still find the value of this without expanding, but you should expand so that you don't confuse yourself. The problem with some students, they become over intelligent in an exam. Please, in an exam is why you use the basics to find the correct answer so that you are very sure of the answers you have gotten. Okay, then we say 2 times 2 times, since it is raised to the power of 3, we're going to multiply 2 by itself 3 times. Okay, then once we have done that, then we can go ahead and evaluate this. 3 by 3 will give us 9, plus 2 by 2, 4, 4 by 2, 8. Okay, then we say equal to 9 plus 8 will give me 17. Will give me 17, and that is the correct answer, 17, which is on B. Okay, all right. Okay, now we can go to question number 4. Question number 4 is, the diagram shows the x or y plane and the shaded region. So this is the shaded region. Okay, so what you need to do is pay attention to where this line is crossing and the area which is shaded. Okay, which of the following inequalities below describes the shaded region? Okay, so now we can see that the line that is cutting on 3 is a solid line. Okay, and you can also see that the shaded part is the one which has numbers that are greater than 3. Okay, now once I've done that, then we can go ahead and answer our questions. Now, the shaded part is crossing the x-axis. That's why in our statement, we should consider only those that has x. That means A and C are out because these, unless if this line was crossing the y-axis. Okay, now since they are just these lines, this line is crossing the x-axis, then we should only remain with the statement that has x in them. Okay, so when we look at this, we are saying this line is crossing on 3, and the shaded part, the shaded region, is on the right side, which have greater numbers than 3. So we can come up with a statement which is x. Now x, which is the region which is shaded, is now these, they are bigger than 3, so we are saying is greater. Okay, the numbers that the area that is shaded is greater than 3, and the shading is starting on 3, so you can say x is greater, or sorry, what am I writing again? I'm writing less than, then I'm saying greater. Sorry, we can say x is greater or equal to, because it's starting on 3. Okay, x is greater or equal to, then it's starting on 3, then we say x is greater or equal to 3. So the correct answer will be either B or C. Okay, so or D, B or D. So whoever wrote the answer B or D will be given a mark. Okay, will be given a mark. So there will be 2 answers there. However, whoever will write A or C will not get a mark. Okay, so we go to question number, to the next question, which is number 5, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, question number 5. So question number 5 is saying 2 angles x and y are supplementary. If x is equal to 82, what is the value of y? Okay, so first of all, in this question, what we need to do is we need to understand supplementary. Okay, so supplementary angles, these are angles that add up to 180 degrees. Now, understand me, we are not saying 2 angles. Okay, we are just saying these are angles that add up to 180 degrees. They can be 1 million angles, but if their sum is equal to 180 degrees, then they are supplementary angles. Okay, so now once we have defined that, now let's go to finding the answer. So we are told 2 angles which are x and y, so we're going to say x plus y is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, 180 degrees. Then once we have done that, then we can go ahead and check on our question, which is if x is equal to 82. So that means we have been given the value of x, which is 82 degrees. Okay, then plus y will give us 180 degrees. Sorry, this is not x, this is 80. Okay, then we are going to say we put like terms together. That means we're going to have y is equal to 180 degrees. Then this 82 will cross the equal sign and become minus 82 degrees, which will give us y is equal to, so y is equal to 180 degrees minus 82 degrees will give us 98. So 98 degrees is the value of the angle Y. Okay, if you have good questions, you can ask in the comment section. So the answer on question 5 was C. Okay, now we come to question number 6. Okay, question number 6 is express 0.003567 in standard form correct to 3 significant figures. Okay, so what we're going to do now here is we're going to rewrite the number, which is 0.00357. Okay, 7. Okay, so now once we have done this, then we are going to, what we're going to do first is we're going to remain with the 2 non-zero figures. Okay, 2 non-zero figures in this number. So that means we are going to get rid of 6 and 7. Therefore, we are going to convert, we are going to round off this number and we remain with 2 numbers that are non-zeros. So what we're going to do is we're going to write 0.0. Now I'm going to rewrite 3. Why? Because here there is 5. So the rules of rounding off numbers, it's either you add 0 or 1 to a number. So when we add 1 to 5, it's not going to spill to 4. It's not like we have 9 here, we have got 5. So when we add 1 to 5, it's going to give us 6. So there will be no number that will be carried to 3. So I'm going to write also 3. Okay, then we're going to say, is 6 less than 5 or less than, sorry, or more than 5 or equal to 5? Okay, is 6 less than, equal to, or more than 5? We know that 6 is more than 5. Then when you're rounding off numbers, if the number you are trying to round off is next to the number which is greater than 5, then you add 1 to that number. So we're going to add 1 to 5 and come up with 6. Okay, now since they are decimal places, these are decimal places, and where these are occupying, they are decimal places. That means I'll ignore the zeros, which will be place orders of these numbers, and unless if it wasn't whole number, it wasn't decimal number, it was a whole number, then I could have written zeros on in place of these. Okay, now since they are decimal numbers, I'm not going to put this is their decimal places where these numbers are. I'm not going to put the zeros at the end. Now once I've done that, what I'll do is I'll move this decimal point to the right side until it comes between 3 and 6. That means now I'm going to count the steps it has moved. It's 1, 2, 3. So meaning I'm going to come up with 3.6 times 10. Times 10. Now I've moved 3 places going to the right. That means I should raise this to 3. Okay, follow me keenly. Now since I've moved to the right, that means it should be -3. Okay, since I've moved the point to the right side, then the answer should be -3. It has moved 3 steps going to the right. Okay, it has moved 3 steps, that's why I've written 3. Now it has gone to the right side, that means it should be -3. If it is going to the right side, then it could have been +3. So the correct answer here is D. here you need to be very careful that you don't write C. The correct answer is D, which is 3.6 times 10 raised to the power of negative 3.
Which of the following is both an input and output device? A. Control unit, B. Mouse, C. Speaker, D. Printer. Okay, let me talk about D, which is printer. Printer is an output device. C, which is speaker, is also an output device. And mouse helps us to manipulate the computer well. A, which is control unit, is the correct answer, which is a device that is an output and input device. Okay, we go to the next question. Question 8 is as follows. Factorize completely 6a squared b minus 36b squared c. Okay, so for me to factorize this one completely, I'm going to copy the entire question or the entire expression the way it is. Then once I've done that, then I need to come up with a factor that can go into 6a squared b and negative 36b squared c. Okay, so what I'm going to start with, focusing on the coefficients. So you can see that we have got 6 and 36. So what number can go into 6 and 36? It is 6 itself. Okay, now once we've done that, then we look for variables that are found in both terms. So you can see that b is found in both terms. So we're going to write b. Why am I writing b when there is b and b squared in the second term? Okay, as you can see, we have got b in the first term, which is not raised to any power, and in the second term, 36, there we have got 36b squared. Why have I chosen b? So when you are doing this, when you are coming up with a factor, you pick the number with the smallest, you write the variable with the smallest power. Okay, so we know that when any number or variable is not raised to any power, we know that it is raised to the power of 1. Okay, so that's why I've picked b, because it has got the smallest, it has got a smaller power compared to the other b in the second term. Okay, once I've done that, then I'm going to open brackets. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide 6a squared b by 6b. Okay, I'm talking about this one and this one. So I'm going to divide 6 excuse me, 6a squared b divided by 6b. That's what I'm going to divide. Okay, so what I'll do is smallest, like 6 on top will be cancelled and 6 down will be cancelled. B down will be cancelled and b on top will be cancelled, leaving us with a squared, which I'm going to write. Okay, once I've done that, now let me just remove these crossing. Okay, let me remove these. Okay, that's basically what I'm trying to do now, what I was doing. Now this time I'm going to divide 36b squared c by 6b. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to start with the coefficients. Then I'm going to ask myself to say negative 36. How many times can 6 go into negative 36? It will go negative 6 times. And then how many times can b go into b squared? It will go b times. Okay, then I'm going to copy c just the way it is and close bracket. Therefore, the correct answer is C. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Follow us on TikTok as well. We will really appreciate. So please, if you haven't followed us on TikTok, go on TikTok and join our family there. Okay, let's go to the next question.
Okay, so we'll come to section B, which is it carries 30 marks. The first section was carrying 20 marks. As you know, this paper carries 50 marks. So now we come to this section which carries 30 marks. So please, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, so we start with this one. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to write this entire expression. So f of x, okay, f of x is equal to, okay, x plus 4 over 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, now we are told that we have got this one, f of -7. So where there is x, we're going to put -7. Okay, so we can even say down here equal to, then we say -7 plus 4 over 3. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to evaluate these numbers that are on top. So let me write here equal to, then I say which number is big between 7 and 4. We ignore the signs, don't say -7 and +4, but just 7 and 4. We know that 7 is bigger than 4. That means we're going to maintain the sign of the bigger number, which is 7. We say negative. Then we find the difference of 7 and 4. So 7 minus 4 will give us 3. So when we evaluate -7 plus 4 will give us -3, which will be over 3. Okay, then next we're going to what we're going to do now is we're going to divide -3 divided by 3, which will give us -1. Okay, so that is the correct answer for question 11 in section B. Question 11 has the answer, which is -1. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask. Otherwise, that is the correct answer. We can go to question number 2. Okay, question number 2. So because of lack of space, I don't know where I'm going to solve this one from. Okay, let me use this side of the screen. Just see. Yeah, okay, let me just lab this. I hope we are followed. Okay, then we come to this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this question, which is 3x minus 7 is less or equal to 5x plus 9. Okay, so what we're going to do now here is we are going to put like terms together. That means we're going to have something like 3x, okay, then this 5x will close the equal sign and become minus 5x, okay, the sign will maintain it for now, is less or equal to, then we have 9 plus 7. Why? The 7 is crossing this incorrect sign, then it will come this side and become plus sign. Okay, just like this has become negative. Okay, once we've done that, then the next thing we're going to do is now we're going to write 3 . Okay, we're going to write 3. So not 3. We're not going to write 3 there. Okay, we're going to evaluate this. This will give us -2. Which number is big between 3 and 5? We know that 5 is bigger, so we're going to get the sign of 5, and then we find the difference of 3 and 5, which is 2, and we maintain the variable, which is x. Okay, then we maintain the sign as well. It's going to be less than or equal to. Then we say 9 plus 7 will give us 16. I hope you are following. It will give us 16. Then we're going to say we divide both sides by -2 so that we remain with x on one side of the equal sign. Then we divide this by -2. Okay, and this side we also divide by -2. Okay, I hope you are following. I hope. Okay. I hope you are following me. Okay, so this negative and this -2 will cancel each other. -2 on top and -2 down will cancel each other, leaving us with the x. Okay, now since I'm going to divide by a negative number, I'm going to divide these terms by a negative number. That means this sign is going to change. We're going to have something like greater or equal to. Then we divide 16 by -2, which will give us -8. And we can say now x is greater or equal to -8. That is the correct answer. X is greater or equal to -8. Okay, so question 13 is as follows. In the diagram below, BCD is an isosceles triangle. Excuse me. BM is perpendicular to CD. Okay, so we can be even looking at the, so we are saying BCD is an isosceles triangle, and BM is perpendicular to CD. Okay, BC is equal to BD. BC is equal to BD. Okay, then DM is equal to DM is equal to 8 centimeter. Okay, and CD is equal to 10 centimeter. CD is equal to 10 centimeter. Okay, this is not well labeled. This question is not well labeled. I don't know. This is BM, shouldn't be DM. This should be BM is equal to 8 centimeter. So this is the line that is 8 centimeter. And then if it's CD, so we are talking about CD should be 12 centimeter, not 10. Okay, here they should be 12 centimeter. I hope you are following me. Okay, so this length up to this length is equal to 4 centimeter. And if this line is passing on the middle, that means it's on the midpoint here, since this is isosceles triangle. So if this line is coming from here on the peak here and come down here, then it should be these, they should be 6 centimeters apart. So I think that is the answer. Here is 12 centimeter, not 10 centimeter. So we shall follow what is on the diagram. And this is BM, not DM. Okay, I hope we can agree on that. Okay. Now once we have done that, please you can still help in correcting this, but this is what I have understood from the diagram. So there was just the mishap on the labeling part. Okay, so now we come to question. Now let's go to the actual question. The question is find the length of BC. Okay, we want to find the length of BC. So which one is BC? This is BC. Okay, so which means since we want to find this line which is BC, this one, we can extract angle BCM. Okay, we can extract this angle. So the angle, sorry, what am I saying? Angle, the triangle. We can extract this triangle, which is sorry if my line is not straight. Okay, like this, then this triangle. Okay, this is the triangle I'm talking about. So let's come up with that triangle. So we have got this triangle. Okay, sorry, this is not the way it's sitting. It might be confusing to others. Okay, it's this triangle. Okay, we're going to come up with this triangle. Okay, so here we have got 6 centimeter. Okay, this is the line I'm talking about, and here we have got 8 centimeter, and this one is the one we want to find. Now, you and me, we know that this is hypotenuse of this triangle. And so what we're going to do is we're going to use Pythagoras theorem to find this one. So we're going to say hypotenuse. Let me try to use the keyboard. Okay. So we're going to come up with something like this. Okay. We're going to come up with something. Okay, let me just type because the keyboard will go. Okay, so we're going to have H. H squared is equal to adjacent squared plus adjacent squared. Okay, now once we've done this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to put equal to, then we pick 6 centimeter. First we ignore this, the units, we just focus on the number, squared plus 8 squared. Okay, then here we shouldn't forget to put h what squared as well, so that we don't what I will just forget about is units first. Then once I've done that, then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find the value of 6 squared. So 6 squared is more or less like we're saying 6 times 6, which will give us 36. Okay, then plus 8 squared, that is 8 times 8, which will give us 64. Then we say equal to, then 36 plus 64 will give us 100. Sorry, I left h squared here, which is hypotenuse squared. Okay, and here hypotenuse squared. Okay, I hope we are able to follow. Okay, so since here we have got 100 and here we have got h squared, now we need to find the value of h here, the value of this line from here up to here. So this line, the hypotenuse. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find the square root of h squared and the square root of 100. Okay, then when we do that, h squared, we're going to come up with h. Okay, then the square root of 100 is 10. So the length of BC, which is BC, is 10 centimeter. The length of H is 10 centimeter. Okay. Unless if you have got questions, but basically that is how you get the correct answer. If you know questions, we can go to the next question. Okay, so we go to the next one, which is question 14, which is given that x is equal to 3, y is equal to negative 2. Find the value of 2x squared minus 4y. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to excuse me, I'm going to rewrite this this expression, which is 2x squared minus 4y. Okay, so what you are told is we're going to come up with 2, then open bracket, what is the value of x is 3. Okay, then squared minus 4, what is the value of y? It's negative 2, so times negative 2. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to find the value of this first in brackets. So we're going to come up with 2 times 3, since it's squared, so we're going to say 3 times 3, which will give us 9. Okay, then negative 4 times negative 2 will give us positive 8. Okay, then 2 times 9 will give us 18 plus 8, which will give us 26. Okay, so 26 is the correct answer for this question. So the value of 2x squared minus 4y is 26. Okay, we go to the next question, which is question 15. Given that p is equal to negative 4, 0, 2. Okay, state the order of the matrix. So the order of matrix, this matrix, it has got 1 row, so it's going to be 1, and it has got 3 columns, then it's going to be by 3. Okay, so the order of this matrix is 1 by 3. 1 row, 3 columns. Okay, excuse me, we come to 15b, find 1 over 2. Okay, p. So we know that p is that, so we can say 1 over 2 multiplied by negative 4, sorry, multiplied by negative 4, 0, 2. Okay, so when we multiply 1 over 2 by negative 4, it will give us negative 2. Then we multiply 1 over 2 by 0, it is going to give us 0. When we multiply 1 over 2 by 2, it will give us 1. So this is the final answer. Okay, so when you multiply this matrix by this scalar number, which is 1 over 2, it's going to give us this one. Okay, so unless if you have got questions, you can ask, but this is the correct answer. Okay, now we go to the next question. Which is question 15. Simplify this one. We simplify this one. So first of all, I hope we are able to see that this is the answer for question 15b, and this is the answer for question 15a, and this is the answer for question 14. Now we go to number 16. Okay, so this is the question 16. Let me solve question 16 here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write 3, or let me use this space here. Okay, all right, let me say 3x squared. Now what I'll do is I'm just going to rearrange this entire expression I'll put like terms together. Okay, so this, then it will be minus this x squared. Okay, then plus 2 x plus 4x. Okay, then we evaluate this, so we have got this. So what we can do is here we take it that there is 1. Okay, it's 1x. So we say which one is bigger between 1 and 3? It is 3, so we maintain the positive sign. Then we say we find the difference of 3 and 1, which is 2. So we're going to write 2x squared. Then we evaluate this. 2x plus 4x will give us 6x. Okay, so for question 16, the correct answer is 2x squared plus 6x. Okay,
17 is as follows. Convert 8.125 to base 2. Okay, that means 8.125 is in base 10. We need to convert it into base 2. So before we convert it into base 2, we need to divide. We need to separate the whole numbers and the decimal numbers. So I'm going to write it like this. Okay, so I've got 8, which we can add to 0.125. Okay, once I've done this, then let's convert 8 separately and 0.125 separately. So to do that, we're going to come up with a frame to convert 8 into base 2. Then 8 will be on the middle. We'll divide it by 2, or we convert 8 into base 2, and then we'll write the remainders on this side. Okay, so we say 2 into 8 will give us 4, remainder 0, and we divide 4 divided by 2 will give us 2, remainder 0. We divide 2 by 2. 2 divided by 2 give us 1, remainder 0. Then we divide 1 by 2, which is 1 divided by 2 will give us 0, remainder 1. Then we write the answer starting from the last remainder to the first remainder. Okay, so we go up. So converting 8 into base 2 will give us the answer, which is 1000. Okay, that is not 1000, but that is 1000 in base 2. Then we're going to add that to the number which will be converted into base 2, which is 125. So to convert 0.125, what we're going to do is we're going to write 0.125, which will multiply by 2, and it will give us 0.250. Okay, then we're going to multiply. Once we have done this, we're going to pick 0, this 0, and write it here. Okay, thereafter we're going to multiply 0.250 by 2 again, which will give us 0.500. Okay, or 0.5. It's okay. Okay, so once we have done that, then we're going to pick this 0 and write it here. Okay, then we are going to multiply 0.500 by 2, which is going to give us 1.0000. Now we are going to pick this one and write it here. Now, since we have come to a stage where we have got zeros on the decimal places, that means our calculation has ended. You just need to make sure that when you multiply by 2, you come up with the decimal places which are 00. Now, once we have done this, that means our calculation has ended. Then we can write our answer. So our answer in this time, we're going to start from top going downwards. From top going downwards. So we're going to write it as 0. So it is going to be 0.001 like that. I hope we have seen here on the middle where I've written it, where I'm adding. So converting 0.125 into base 2, it will give us 0.001. Now when we add these numbers, that means we're going to come up with 1,000.001. Okay, so basically that is the correct answer. I hope you have followed me all the way up to this far. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section, and don't forget to follow us on TikTok. We are on TikTok, we're making short videos, we're solving questions, so follow us on TikTok, and also on Facebook, where we also cover the entire papers on Facebook. And TikTok, we have got short videos that are more educative. Let's go to the next question.
Calculate the simple interest on 460,000 kwacha invested at 10% per annum for 3 years. So to calculate the interest, what we do is we write interest. This is the formula we use, is equal to principal. So it's principal times the rate, which is R, times time. Okay, the all of that divide by 100. Okay, so what we're going to do is now we are going to multiply this. So we are going to put the principal, which is we are given the principal is 460. So this is the principal, which is 400, okay, 460,000 invested times the rate is 10%, which is going to be times 10. Then the period the money will be in the bank or will be invested is 3 years. Okay, we don't know where this money has been invested. Let me not say in the bank. Okay, so it's going to be 3 years. Okay. Okay, so now the all of that over 100. Okay, so it's 100. So what we can do now is we can cancel these 2 zeros and these 2 zeros. Okay, once we have done that, then we can say we can multiply. Now we can say 1 into 4,600, it will give us 4,600. 4,600 times 10, it will give us 46,000. Okay, 46,000 kwacha. Excuse me. To give us 46,000 kwacha. Okay, I hope we are following. Okay, 46,000 kwacha, which will be multiplied by 3. Okay, so I hope we have followed. I said 1 into 4,600, it will give us 4,600. 4,600 times 10, it has given us 46,000, which will be multiplied by 3. Okay, so let's do the actual multiplication now here. Okay, so we say 3 by 0 will give us 0. 3 by 0 will give us 0. 3 by 0, this third is 0, it will give us 0. Okay, then 3 by 6 will give us 18, which we are going to write 8, we carry 1. 3 by 4 will give us 12 plus 1, 13. Okay, so that means the interest So the simple interest for 3 years is going to be this one, which is 138,000 kwacha. 138,000 kwacha. That will be the interest, okay, for investing 460,000 kwacha. Unless if there are some questions, but this is the correct answer, 138 kwacha for investing this money for 3 years. Okay, now we go to the next question. That is question, we're on question 18. Now we go to question 19. Okay. Question 19 is as follows. In the diagram below, the bearing of A from B is 218. Okay. So the bearing of A from B. Okay. So now 218 degrees. Find the bearing of B from A. Okay. So first what we're going to do is we're going to draw the imaginary north line here. Sorry, even if it's bent, but when you are drawing this line, if you have a ruler, you use a ruler and draw a nice line. Okay, better that way. Then this is the north line, and then we are told the bearing from, we are going to find the bearing of B from A. Okay, so this we want to find this bearing here. Okay. This is the bearing we want to find. So to do that, what we're going to do is we can use two methods. Okay, we can use two methods. We can first, you can extend this line as well if you want. Okay, then what you do to find this angle, you find this angle. Okay, this angle, then we use the property of alternate angles are equal. Okay. So we can come up with like something like this, 218 degrees, okay, minus, okay. Now since we know that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees, or straight line angle is equal to 180 degrees. Now since we are saying this is 180 degrees, that means this from here up to here, this is 180 degrees. So we subtract 180 degrees from 218 to find the value of this angle. So we're going to say minus 180 degrees. Okay, 180 degrees. Then we find the difference, which is 218 minus 180. So 80, that means it's going to leave us with 38. Okay, let's forget about 18 and just concentrate on 200. So when we subtract 180 from 200, it's going to give us 20. Now 20 plus this 18 on top, it's going to give us 38. So the answer here is going to be 38 degrees. Okay, so 38 degrees. So that is the value of this angle, is equal to 38 degrees. Now, if this is 38 degrees, what is the value of this? This will be also 38 degrees. Using the property of alternate angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal, meaning this angle and this angle are equal. Okay, that is the first method. The other one is when we use the property which is okay, when we use the property which is angles on a point add up to 360 degrees. Angle at a point add up to 100, or add up to 360 degrees. So meaning this entire angle, if this bearing was to go around to make a full complete turn, it's going to be 360 degrees. Then if this part is not included and we have found the angle to be 218, what is the value of this? So we're going to subtract 218 from 360 degrees, 218 degrees from 360 degrees. We're going to subtract that, okay, for us to find the value of this angle here. Okay, then when we do that, when we subtract 360 degrees minus 218 degrees, it will give us 142 degrees. 142 degrees. That will be the value of this angle. Okay, so it's going to be 142 degrees. Okay, then we are going to say, now how can we use this this angle here to get this angle? Then we can use the property which is co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so if we don't know this angle, okay, if we don't know this angle and we call it x, then we can say 142 degrees plus x is equal to 180 degrees. Okay, excuse me. Now, once we have done that, then we can put like terms together. Then we can say x is equal to 180 degrees minus 142 degrees. Okay, so because it has crossed the equal sign, that's why it has become minus. Then we say x is equal to, okay, so the difference of this and this will be 38 degrees. Okay, and that will be the answer here. And if you remember, this is the same answer we got, which is here, using that other method. So I've shared with you two methods. You can pick the one that is convenient for you, the one that you think is easier for you, you fully understand. That's the one you can pick. Okay, but this is what you do. Okay, so the value of this angle is 38 degrees. So you write that. Okay, so we remove the x there and we put this. Okay, so you can use either those two methods. Okay, the other one that uses co-interior angles and the other one that uses alternate angles. Both of those methods, they are going to give you the same answer, which is 38 degrees. Okay, with that being said, now let's go to the next question. Okay, we go to question number 20. A rectangular block has length 20 centimeter, breadth 10 centimeter, and height 2 centimeter. Find its mass if it's made from the wood of density 0.5 grams centimeter cubic. Okay, so first of all, what we need to do is we need to find, for us to find density, we need to come up with a formula for us to find mass, we need to come up with the formula for mass. So to find mass when density is given, we use the formula which is mass is equal to, okay, volume times density. Okay, volume times density will give us that. Now, when we look at the question, we don't have volume. We are not given volume. What we are given are these, just the length of the measurements of the sides of this rectangular block. So what we'll do is we're going to find volume, which will be equal to, then we say 20 centimeter, okay, let me just first ignore the units, but no, if I ignore the units, you won't understand how we come. Then we come up with 10, how we come up with the answers. So let's just go with the, okay, then times 2 centimeters, okay, which is equal to, then we say 2 times 10, it will give us 200. 200 times 2, it will give us 400. Okay, then we will try to say centimeter times centimeter times centimeter will give us centimeter cubic. Okay, centimeter cubic. Okay, it has given us centimeter cubic, so we have got 400 centimeter cubic. Then we can come to this now formula. Now we have found the volume of this rectangular block. Now we can come and evaluate this as well. Okay, so we come to volume. We have found the volume is 400 centimeter cubic, so we write 400 centimeter cubic. Okay, we write 400 centimeter 400 centimeter cubic, then times 0, this one, density. This is density and it's given there 0.5. Okay, 0.5 grams per centimeter. Okay, now what we do now here is we multiply. So when we multiply 400 by 0.5, it's going to give us 200. Okay, it's going to give us 200. Why that? Okay, let me just show you down here. Okay, we have got, which we convert to 0.5 into a fraction, which is going to give us 1 over 2 multiplied by 400. Okay, okay, that means 2 and 400, they will divide each other. Okay, so 2 by 2 will give us 1, then 2 into 400, it will give us, so we just ignore the zeros, then we concentrate on 4. We say 2 into 4, it will give us 2. Have we used the zeros? No, so we include the zeros to 200 to 2, so it becomes 200. Okay, so that's how I have got 200. If you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section, but basically this is what you need to do. Then you come up with 200. Okay, now we come to units. Okay, so first we have got centimeter, okay, cubic, then we are multiplying them by gram, okay, gram over centimeter. Okay, like this, it's like over, so gram is a numerator. So what we do is cubic, sorry, I put cubic here. So what will happen is this centimeter cubic and this centimeter cubic, they will cancel each other. As you can see, this one is a numerator, this is a denominator. When you are multiplying fractions, that's how you can also divide the numerator divided by the denominator of another fraction. So this is what has happened. Then we are going to remain with the gram. So it's going to be 200 grams, like this. Unless if you have got questions, but basically this is what you do. Unless if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. We'll be glad to respond to you. In fact, let's get interacting in the comments section. Okay, that's what you need to do. Okay, so that is the correct answer. The correct answer, the mass of this rectangular block will be 200 grams. Okay, if there are no questions, we can go to the next question. But if there are questions, we are encouraging you to ask in the comment section. Okay, we come to question number 20, which is 21, sorry, question number 21, which is use the set notation to describe the shaded region in the diagram below. Okay, so we have got the shaded region, and you can see that these members of set A and set B, they are not shaded. None of the members of set A and B are shaded or are included in the shaded area. So what we can do is we can come up with a statement to say A union B, A union B, A union B, Okay, now since A union B is not included in the shaded area, then we can say A union B, we close bracket, then we say complement. Okay, A union B complement. Now, this way we have described the shaded area, A union B complement. Okay, so basically that's what you need to do. However, when you are in an exam, you need to pay attention. You need to pay attention and take time to come up with solution with understanding. Okay, don't just be in a hurry. Please pay attention and do it slowly. Okay, now we are done with question 21. We go to question 22. Okay, question 22. Find the value of the cube root of 64 plus square root of 16. So the cube root of 64, what is the cube root of 64? We can say cube root of 64 is the number that you can multiply by itself 3 times to get 64. Okay, so we can try 1 by 1 will give us 1, even if you multiply it 3 times. So 2 by 2 will give us 8. So 2 by 2, 4. 4 by 2, 8. 3, when we multiply 3 by 3 will give us 9. 9 by 3 will give us 27. When we multiply 4 by 4 will give us 16. 16 times 4 will give us 64. So the cube root of 64 is what? 4. Okay. Plus, okay, the square root of 16 is 4. So 4 plus 4 will give us 4 plus 4 will give us 4 plus 4 will give us 8. So that is the answer, 8. Okay, this is the answer for this one. Okay, and the next question, which is question 23, is solve the equation 2x. Okay, so solve the equation 2 open bracket x minus 5 close bracket is equal to 4. Okay, then we multiply that, we're going to say 2x, then this we multiply by 2 by 5 will give us negative 10, 2 by negative 5 will give us negative 10, then we say is equal to, okay, is equal to 4. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like terms together. That means I'm going to come up with 2x is equal to 4, okay, is equal to 4, then 10 close the equal sign becomes minus, also negative 10 crosses the equal sign and becomes plus 10, okay, then we evaluate that, so we write 2x, okay, is equal to 4 plus 10 will give us 14. Then I want to find the value of x. That means I'm going to divide both sides by 2 and this side by 2. Okay, then these 2 and these 2 cancels each other. Let me say equal to, then I put x is equal to 14 divided by 2. 14 divided by 2 will give me 7. So the value of x in that equation is 7. Okay, unless if you have got questions. If there are no questions, then that's the correct answer you are supposed to write. Okay, now let's go to this question here. Okay, so because of space, I'm going to lab this. I hope you have understood. I'm going to lab this so that I can solve for this as well. So let me just see, lab this. Okay, okay, so now we come. Mary was given 160 kwacha to buy the following: 2 kg of sugar at 26 kwacha. So we write 26 kwacha. Okay, then 2 loaves of bread at 10 kwacha each. Now, this they have put 10 kwacha each. That means each loaf of bread is equal to 10 kwacha. Now, if she bought 2, that means it's going to be 10 kwacha times 2, which will give us 20 kwacha. Okay, plus 20 kwacha. Okay. Here is different when you say 2 kg sugar at 26 kwacha. Not each, but they are saying the entire 2 kg costed 26 kwacha. But when it comes to loaves of bread, one loaf of bread costs 10 kwacha. Now, since she bought 2, that means it's going to be 20 kwacha. Then 2 books at 5 books at 15 kwacha each. Now, since she bought 5 books and each book at the price of 15 kwacha, so she paid 15 times 5, which is 75 kwacha. So we say plus 75 kwacha. Never mind about the kwacha sign. We are going to include the kwacha sign to the final answer. Okay, so we even put the kwacha sign in advance. Okay, so first what we need to do is when we add this to this, it's going to give us 95. Okay, then 95 plus 26, so we consider 20, it's going to be 115. 115 plus 6, it's going to be 121. Okay, 121 kwacha. So what I've done is 26 plus 20 will give me 46 kwacha. 46 kwacha plus 75 will give me 121 kwacha. So how much did she spend? We are saying 121 kwacha. That is the amount she spent from 160 kwacha which she was given. Then how much change did she receive? Now, since she had 160, okay, she had 160 kwacha, that was the amount she was given. Okay, then minus 121. Okay, so that is going to give us, so that one is going to give us 39 kwacha. Okay, 39 kwacha was the change she was given. 39 kwacha was the change she was given. Okay, we go to question number 25. Okay, question number 25. Okay, question number 25, which is each interior angle of a regular polygon is 135 degrees. Find the number of sides. Find the number of sides of a polygon. Each interior angle of a regular polygon is 135 degrees. Find the number of sides of the polygon. Okay, so to do that, what we're going to do is first of all, I'm going to come up with just a side of this polygon so that you can get a view of what I'm trying to explain. Okay, so if this corner has got an exterior angle which extends like this, and here inside is where 135 degrees is. Okay, this is where 135 degrees is. So what will happen is okay, so this is 135 degrees. I don't know, I haven't become the expert to use the mouth to write. Then this, what will be the value of this? Okay, so we know that angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. So what we're going to do is let me try to just make a bigger so that you can understand fully. Okay, so this is one corner of the polygon. Now this is 130 degrees, 135 degrees. Okay, and then what will be the value of this? Since these two angles, this angle and this angle, add up to 180 degrees, so the difference of 180 degrees and 135 degrees is the amount of this angle. Now this is the exterior angle, as this is the polygon and this is the exterior angle, so meaning this will be 45 degrees. Okay, this will be 45 degrees because together 135 degrees plus 45 degrees will give us 180 degrees of angles on a straight line. Okay, now once we found that, then we can go ahead and find the number of sides. Okay, if this is 45 degrees, then to find the number of sides of this polygon, what we're going to do is we're going to say number of sides is equal to number of sides is equal to the sum of exterior angles. We know that the total sum of exterior angles, regardless of the number of sides, is equal to 360 degrees. Okay, that is the sum of exterior angles of any polygon is 360 degrees. Now divide by 45 degrees, which is the size of exterior angles. Okay, so how many times can 45 go into 360? How many times can 45 go into 360? So if we divide that, so we can say how many times? So 45 degrees can go into 90 two times. Okay, so 90 in 180 it will go 4 times. So in 360 it will go 8 times. So this polygon has got 80 sides. It has 80 sides, unless if you have not understood. But if you have understood, that's fine. If you haven't understood this question, the way I've solved it, you can ask in the comment section. So basically we're saying 8 sides is the number of sides of this regular polygon, which has got interior angles which are equal to 135 degrees. Okay, so basically what we have done is we have gotten this one. You should just know it in your head that the total sum of exterior angles of any polygon is 360 degrees. Okay, 360 degrees. Then you divide the total sum by the size of exterior angle. You divide the total sum of exterior angles by the sum of exterior angle, which we found that the exterior angle, the size of the exterior angle is 45 degrees. Okay, the size of exterior angle is 45 degrees. That is what we found. Since the interior angle is 135, then the size of exterior angle will be 45 degrees. Then we divided 360 degrees, which is the total sum of exterior angles, divided by the size of exterior angle, which is 45 degrees, which will give you 8 sides. Okay, so 45 degrees will go 8 times in 360 degrees. Then the answer will be 80 sides. Okay, so question 26, we are saying the diameter of the cylinder is 14 centimeter and its volume is 3080 centimeter cubic. Calculate the height of the cylinder. Okay, so first of all we need to come up with the formula for the cylinder. So the formula for the volume of the cylinder is equal to pi times radius squared times height. Okay, so now in this question we are given the volume which we want to use. So we are given the volume. The volume we are told is 3080 centimeter cubic, okay, which is equal to pi we are told is 22, okay, 22 over 7, then times radius. The radius we are not given, instead we are given diameter. Okay, we are given the diameter, which is 14. So to find the radius, we divide 14 by 2, which will give us 7 centimeter. Okay, then squared. Okay, squared, then times h. Okay, times h. So what we're going to do now is we are going first to evaluate this. So we say 30, oh sorry, I don't know why 30,000 is coming in my mouth. It's 3080, okay, centimeter cubic is equal to 22 over 7, then times over 7. This is 7 and not 2. Okay, over 7 times, then we expand this, we say 7 centimeter times 7 centimeter times height, which is h. Okay, then what we're going to do now here is going to try to simplify this. So which means excuse me, this 7 will cancel each other and this 7 will cancel each other, leaving us with 3080 centimeter is equal to 22 times this 7, okay, then 7 centimeter. Remember here it's cubic. Then this centimeter, because here we are remaining with 1, then we say 1 times 7 centimeter, which will give us 7 centimeter squared. Okay, we need to be very careful. You don't have to make a mistake like the way I wanted to make this mistake. Here we are remaining with 1 centimeter, so it's multiply 1 centimeter by 7 centimeter, which will give us 7 centimeter squared. Because if you don't do that, you may have problems. But it's okay again when you're working this one, you ignore the units, okay? Then later on you come and put the unit to the answer and you make sure you master the unit, okay? But if it's in paper 2, you need to show your work, you need to do exactly the same thing I've done, okay? Then times h. Now we are here where we have centimeter squared times h. Okay, now once I've done this, then we're going to rewrite 3000, okay, 3080, okay, centimeter cubic is equal to, then 22 times 7, that will be 144 centimeter squared. Okay, yes, that is 140. Is that 20? That is 154, not 44, 154. Okay, it will be 154 because 20 times 7 is 140. Then 2 times 7, it will be 14, so 154. 154 squared, okay, times h, okay. Okay, then once we've done that, then we can come up with 3000 3080 centimeter cubic is equal to, when we multiply this, it's going to give us 154 squared h. Okay, it shouldn't be squared h. I don't know why I made this mistake on this. On here, let me just rectify this. Here, it should be centimeter, sorry, cubic squared times h. And this is the same mistake I wanted to make here. And here it should be 154 centimeter squared h. After we multiply that, squared h. Okay, so what we can do now here is we can divide this number and this one by 154, sorry, 154, okay, centimeter squared. And the same thing we do here is we divide this by 154 centimeter squared. Okay, now once we have done this, then we can say this will cancel each other out and this one will be cancelled out, leaving us with, so we can say, leaving us with, I will say h equals to h. Okay, leaving us with that. Okay, h. Okay, once we have done that, then the next thing we can do is now we divide this. Okay, so I can use wrong division, so we can use wrong division here. We say 3080. Okay, I'll ignore the units for now, then divide by, okay, divide by 154. Okay, 154. So we say, can 154 go into 3? No. Can 154 go into 30 when we put 0 to 3? No. Now we put this 8 to 30, it becomes 308. Can 154 go into 308? Yes. How many times? 2. Okay. Then 2 times 154, it will give us 308. Okay. Then when we find that is 8 minus, so we subtract here, 8 minus 8 will give us 0, 0 minus 0 will give us 0, 3 minus 3 will give us 0. Okay, that means if we drop 0 down here, again it will be zeros, and then this will, so since we haven't used, since there is no number that we can drop here which is a non-zero, that means now our calculation has ended. So this 0 has not been used, this 0 here hasn't been used, so we'll lift it and put it here. Okay, then the answer will be 20. Okay, now I'm going to write 20 here. Okay, we are not yet done. We come to units now. Now since we have got centimeter squared and centimeter cubic, okay, what happens? So we learned that when you are dividing numbers, you subtract the powers, or you subtract the exponents, okay, or the indices, you subtract them. So centimeter is raised to the power of 3 on top and raised to the power of 2 down here. That means we're going to have 3 minus 2, okay, which will give us 1. So it will be 1 centimeter, and the answer will be centimeter. 20 centimeter is equal to height, is equal to h. I know there is a lot of work that I've done here. I have tried to explain in details. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. And if you have followed my steps, I know if you look at it like this, it's confusing. But if you have followed me the way I've calculated it, it's very simple. So the answer is 20 centimeter. So the length of the height, okay, the length of the height of the cylinder is 20 centimeter. Okay, that is the correct answer. If you have got questions like I've said earlier on, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. Otherwise, let's go to the next question. Okay, question 27, which is the diagram below AB is a parallel. Okay, the diagram below AB is parallel CD. So AB is parallel to CD. FB is equal to BE, and angle CQP is equal to 38 centimeter. Let us counter check the information given and the line. So we are saying AB is parallel to CD. Okay, then FB. So we have, where is FB? Is there an FB here? FB is equal to BE, and I can't see E, and angle CQP is equal to 38 centimeter. Okay, I don't know this information. Let's see if you still find the answer. Find the size of angle APQ. Okay, APQ. Okay, to find the angle APQ. Okay, so let's ignore this information given here. Let's just concentrate on the question. I'm sure I can find the answer. So APQ, so APQ. So we need to find the angle, this angle. So to find this angle, we're going to use the property which is co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. Since CQP is equal to 38 degrees, this angle is given. So what will be the value of this angle? So we're going to use the property of co-interior angles add up to 180 degrees. For now, we shall call this angle to be K, angle K. Okay, so we're going to say we're going to come up with an expression which is K plus 38 degrees is equal to 180 degrees. So what we do here, we put like terms together, then we have got K is equal to 180 degrees minus 38 degrees, which will give us K is equal to 142 degrees. Okay, 142 degrees, and that is the value of this angle here. Okay, so we can say K is equal to 142 degrees. That is the value of angle APQ. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. Otherwise, those are the answers for that, for those questions. Okay, we go to question number 28. Okay, question number 28 is as follows. Mr. Kalebwe bought 300 units of electricity at 0.2 per unit for the first 150 units and the rest at 15 way or 0.5 kwacha. Okay, so the question is, how much did he pay for the first 150 units? So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply 150 by so what I'll do is, first is I'm going to take this as 20. Okay, I'm going to take that as 20 because I don't want to deal with a lot of numbers. I'll change this number to be a whole number, not a decimal number, so it will be 20. That means the decimal point will move 2 steps or 1 step. It can either move 2 steps or 1 step. So let me use 1 step first. In the second question, I'll move the decimal point 2 steps, but let me use 1 step. That means when it comes here, it's going to be 2. Okay, so I'm going to multiply this by 2. Okay, Then when I do that, 0, that will be 10, and that will be 2 plus 1, 3. So what I'm trying here is to multiply. I'm trying to multiply. So I have multiplied 2 times 0, it gives me 0. 2 times 5, it gives me 10. Then I write 0, carry 1. 2 times 1, it gives me 2, plus 1, it will be 3. Okay? Now, Mr. Kalewe didn't buy these 150 units at 300 kwacha. So, since I moved 1 point this side going to the right, that means I'll move 1 point going to the left. Then the point will come here, and the answer will be 30 kwacha. So, Mr. Kalewe paid 30 kwacha to buy those units, which is 150 units. He paid 30 kwacha. So the first unit Mr. Kalewe bought at 30 kwacha. So basically this is what you need to do. Now calculate the total cost of the units of electricity Mr. Kalewe bought. Okay, so this is 30 kwacha. Then we come and work for these again. For what the list, since Mr. Kalewe bought 300 units and 150 units he bought at 30 kwacha, when the cost for per unit was 20 ngwe. Now since the list 150, the difference of 300 and the 150 is 150. So the other 150 which he was buying at 50 ngwe, how much did he spend? Then we're going to put the amount he spent together. So we're going to write 150. Okay, now this time I'm going to move this decimal point 3 steps, or 2 steps, 1, 2, so that this one becomes 50, a whole number 50. So I'm going to put 50 here. Okay, but the easiest is this one where I just come up with 5 with a whole number, one figure. Okay, unless if there is no 0 at the end, that's when you use this method. But if it's 0, you can just move the point 1 step and then you use one whole number, which is an any 0. Okay, now once you do this, then we do this. Then we multiply this 0. Remember we're multiplying, so 0 times 0 will give us 0. 0 times 5 will give us 0. 0 times 1 will give us 0. Then we come and multiply 150 by 5. Then we say, we write 0 here. Then we say 5 times 0, it is 0. 5 times 5, 25. So we write 5, we carry 2. Then 5 times 1, it will give us 5 plus 2, 7. Then we underline like that. Then we find the sum of these. Then we say 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 0, 0. 0 plus 5, it's 5. Okay. 0 plus 7, it's 7. Okay, that is the answer. Then now when we are multiplying, we moved this decimal point 2 places. That means this decimal point, we moved the decimal point 2 places. So this decimal point is going to move again 2 places, going to the left. Since it was going to the right, now it's going to go to the left, and it's going to be here. Okay, and that is going to give us 75 kwacha. So that is the amount that was spent on the other 150 units. Now to answer this question which is here, what we're going to do is we're going to add 30 kwacha plus 75 kwacha. So we're going to have something like this. To answer this question 28b, we're going to have 30 kwacha plus 75 kwacha, which will be equal to, this will give us 105 kwacha. So their total, calculate the total cost of the units of electricity Mr. Kalewe Kalibwe bought. So Mr. Kalibwe spent 105 kwacha. 105 kwacha for the 300 units he bought. Okay, so basically that is the correct answer for this question. Unless if you have got questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comment section. We go to the next question. Okay, so we go to the next question, which is question 29. Okay, so question 29 is as follows. In the diagram below, triangle ABC is similar to triangle ADE. AB is equal to 10 centimeter and BD is equal to 5 centimeter. Okay, then the actual question is down here is find the ratio of BC to DE. Okay, so we have BC to DE. This is the one we want to find the ratio. So this one is very simple. First of all, let's come up with a ratio of these measurements that are given. We have got AB, okay, AB, okay, AB to AB to A. Let me say AB to A D. Okay, we get this one, AB to AD. Okay, so in case you have gotten confused, let me just simplify this on the left side of the screen. We have got two triangles here which are being said. So we have got triangle, we have got triangle A, B, then C. Okay, now we are told this is 10 centimeter. Okay, we can see this line up to here, it's 10 centimeter. So that is 10 centimeter. So I've put 10 there. I hope you are able to see it. This is 10. That's the side that is given. As well as we have got triangle. We have got triangle AD. Now this is triangle AD. We have got A here, and we have got D here, and we have got E here. Okay, then we have 10 and 5 here, which is 15 centimeter. Okay, now when you look at this, these sides are proportional. These sides are corresponding. These are the same side. Why? When you look at the naming of the triangles, look at this. It's A, B, C. A, B, C. And here, this other one is A, D, E. A, D, E. So meaning this is proportion. This is corresponding to this one. This one is corresponding to this one. Okay. So if these corresponding sides, this one and this one, they are corresponding, and this is their ratio. Okay. Which is this one, AB has 10 centimeter and D has 15 centimeter. Okay, so meaning when we want to find the ratio of these sides, it's going to be we divide these by a same number, and the number that can go into 10 and 15, it's 5. Okay, we divide by 5 both sides, both numbers. That means this and this, it will go 2 times. This into this, it will go 3 times. And now this is the ratio. Okay, now we come to the fact that is stated in the statement is that these are similar triangles. Now, when triangles are similar, that means corresponding sides are proportional, or they are proportional. That means they have the same ratio. So meaning this BC, this line BC and this line DE, they have the same ratio as this one, which is AB and AD. Okay, so they have got, so meaning this has the ratio of 2 and this has the ratio of 3. So therefore we can say the question is B C to, sorry, let me just put the dots. Okay, BC, the ratio of BC to B to DE is 2 to 3. So the ratio of BC to DE is 2 to 3. Okay, so the ratio of this length and this length is the same as the ratio of this length and this length. I hope you have understood. Okay, so we can get the ratio from the given sides. This is how you can do it. So this is the answer. Okay, if you have got questions, you can ask in the comments, but otherwise this is how you find the answer. Okay, all right, we go to the next question, which is question 30, the final question of this paper. Okay, the question is, on a pie chart, the angle representing 72 on the pie chart, the angle representing 75 tourists who saw elephants is 120 degrees. Find the number of tourists altogether. Okay, so if on the pie chart, now remember, a pie chart is this, like this. Okay, and then 75% of those who saw the elephant, the tourists, are here, which the 75% which are represented on the pie chart by 120 degrees. Okay, now the total degrees of a pie chart is 360 degrees. So meaning, what is the difference? We have got almost 240, okay, degrees representing the other number of tourists who did not see the elephant. Okay, so when you combine the number of tourists who saw the elephants and those who didn't see the elephant, what will be the total? So to find this answer, we are going to use direct proportion, which is if 100 tourists, okay, if 100 tourists, sorry, what am I saying? What am I saying? I should be saying not 100 tourists, but if 120 degrees is for 75 tourists, okay, 75 tourists, what will be the number of tourists of the all tourists if it's 360 degrees? Okay, the total number of all tourists is indicated or is represented by 360 degrees, because the total pie chart, the complete pie chart, is equal to 360 degrees. What will be the number of tourists? We don't know. We don't know. So what we can do is we can cross multiply. Okay, then we come up with 120 degrees times x. So we are going to have 120 degrees times, okay, times x, which will give us 120 degrees x is equal to, then we say 75 degrees or 75 tourists. And why did I put degrees here? It's tourists, not degrees. 75 tourists times 5 tourists times 360 degrees. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically you can multiply this in advance, but I would encourage you first you simplify this, okay, so that you don't come up with a bigger number. Remember, in an exam you won't be allowed to go with a calculator, so you can simplify this, okay, and you also divide this by 120 degrees. You shouldn't forget degrees. Why are we doing this? We want to remain with x on the one equal side, on one side of the equal sign. So what we can do is 120 degrees cancels each other with the one which is down, leaving us with the x, okay. Then we write equal to, okay, then we write 75 first, 75, okay, like that. Then we divide 120 degrees by 120 degrees, or we divide the 360 degrees divided by 120 degrees, which should give us times. So when we do that, we divide 360 degrees divided by 120, it will give us 3, okay. Then once it has given us 3, then we multiply that, then we say 75 times 3, okay, 75 times 3, which will give us 225 tourists, okay. So the tourists were 225 altogether. Okay, so we have just used direct proportion to get this answer. Okay, so basically these were the answers that we are supposed to provide in an exam, and this is how we are supposed to work it out. For sure, this is not the methods I've shared with you in this video. They are not the only methods that you can use. So whichever methods that you can use, but they should land you to these answers I've given you. I'm 100% sure that these are the correct answers. Okay, so it's on that I've used different methods than those maybe your teachers have shared with you, and there is no harm for you to use the same methods I've used in this video when writing the exams. Okay, they are very correct and approved. They are accepted in the education system of our nation. So please, you can use these methods to get the correct answers. Please don't forget to ask your questions in the comment sections if you have any. Thank you so much for watching. Before I go, I want to encourage you to follow us on TikTok. We have created an account on TikTok. We want you to follow us on TikTok as well, where we post videos on daily basis, just like we do on YouTube. You can watch our short videos. We try to make them short, because even on TikTok, they don't allow videos beyond 10 minutes. So mostly we deal with 2 and 1 minute videos. So you can take time and do that. Remember, if you are watching educative videos in between entertainment, you are going to learn more. Mathematics, there is no problem studying mathematics in between entertainment. Okay, so please follow us on TikTok. We are down on our knees. We want to see you there on TikTok as well. Thank you so much for watching. It has been easy learning zed-Mathematics. The future is bright. See you in the next video, and God bless you.